For several years, we've complained ukuthi Chiefs takes too long to sign players. We get linked with players only for another team to swoop in and sign that player, and then we are left doing those things. But it seems like Kaizer Chiefs have learned their lesson. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo, I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs, Khosi Football Club. And in today's video, I'm giving you transfer updates on two players who have signed for Kaizer Chiefs according to SABC Sport. And also there are two more players who are believed to have signed for Chiefs as well. Actually one, the other one is in the process of getting signed by Chiefs. And you must wait until the end for that one because you might not like him. So the first player that Kaizer Chiefs has signed is Msimango. So reports are saying that Chiefs have signed a deal with Msimango that will be a 4-year deal, and he's only 25. So that is a very good thing because Msimango already as a TS Galaxy has established himself as a very big defender. At this point, he is even the captain of the team. And we know Guti Chiefs wanted him last transfer window in June last year, but then they couldn't sign him to a point Yoguti TS Galaxy ended up extending his contract. And we know Guti TS Galaxy at that point last season, they were willing to sell the player. Tim Sugas even came out and said, if these big teams come and want to sign the player, then I'll let him go because obviously he knows his team is not as big as about Chiefs, Pirates and Sundowns. So he was willing to sell Msimango. But they didn't sell him, but the Chiefs now has come in and signed him. And I think this is smart negotiation by Chiefs because we knew like for the past few months, there were talks Yoguti TS Galaxy did not pay their players' salaries and blah, blah, blah. And with that, maybe, just maybe, Chiefs knew, okay, these guys have a problem. We can provide a solution by offering them money, and then it's basically a way out for them. So I think that put TS Galaxy also at a disadvantage. As in, we don't have money, and if someone comes with money, then this is a good chance to say this. And I think I once said this on the live stream, Uguti, if Chiefs utilizes this thing, Uguti TS Galaxy in a financial problem and then go negotiate for a player, it would be a smart move. And it's good. And it's also good Uguti they did not wait for Uchuni to actually sign the player because you know Uguti in June and in July, more teams were going to come and sign. Because now this gives us more time. Uguti, we know Uguti, as soon as the season begins, as soon as the pre-season starts, we already have all our players that we need. Not let your good other players will join the team later on, and then by the time the season starts, the player hasn't quite fit in the system, and it takes them 6 months to adapt. Like Umahlat, who wasn't there for a pre-season because of injury, and then when he came on, it just didn't work for him until December when he first came, and then we saw good. Oh, okay, he can actually fit with Chiefs. So I'm happy Uguti. This is also giving the coach enough time to work with the players. The second player obviously is Mtansane, which is a thing tricky a bit. I'll explain in a moment after you like the video. Because if you like the video, it helps me. It helps this video to be spread to more people like you, and then they can watch it as well, and they can subscribe, and then we can grow this channel. So if you want to see this channel grow and you enjoy the content, please do like the video. More people like you will be shown this video. Now, in the Mtansane, initially what we know the contract ends in June this season, 30th of June. But Cape Town City actually have an option to extend the contract. They have the option, not to go to the player hasn't the option. So if they say, okay, we're exercising our option to extend, they can do that, which they did, which they've done. And because of that, that means basically Mtansane is a Cape Town City player until June 2025. June 2024, which is why Chiefs still had to negotiate with the Cape Town City because according to what we knew, or transfer market, what they just tell us, the contract ends in June, but actually Cape Town City had an option to extend. The problem with this deal, the one problem is that obviously it's Cape Town City, right? But we know Uguti reports are saying, and SABC Sport, it's like a very reputable source, they're saying the contract has been signed. The agreement is there in principle. The problem is that the only thing that has not been done, personal terms between the team and the player, which I don't think will be a big deal. And then the transfer agreement between Cape Town City and Kaizer Chiefs. So they've agreed to like be in a deal for the player, but they haven't agreed on how much, which makes me a bit scared, because I know Guti Chiefs, when it comes to finances, sometimes they end up backing out of a transfer. So I just hope Guti this won't be those times, because if we're being honest, Umtu has not been used that much at Cape Town City this season, and he hasn't had like the best season because he doesn't like start that many games as he used to, and is not really performing so great this season, which is also another fear of mine. But that's fine. I'm not worried that much. I think Chiefs will get this deal over the line. The other concern that I have about this, Uguti, SABC Sports also contacted the committees. If you don't know, committees is like the chairman of Cape Town City, and they asked him about the deal, and he basically said, "Oh, Umtu is our player." He said Umtu is our player, and the Chiefs talked to us regarding Umtu, and they did not. They had their chance, and they actually did not sign. They did not sign him in December. So I know obviously Uguti will not just confirm Uguti team has bought a player from them mid-season, because he also doesn't want to look like an idiot. But I want to read the quote to you directly from him. It says, "I have spoken about Mdu in the past. Yes, we had a conversation with Chiefs in December. They had their chance and didn't take it. The guy still has one more year with us beyond the current season, and until such time that something changes, I cannot keep talking about Mdu again. He must still play the remainder of the season." Obviously, this could just be Uguti. He's just trying to make sure Uguti, everyone does not all of a sudden think Uguti they've just sold a player like that mid-season. He wants his team to focus on finishing in the top 4, even or even higher than that, because all of a sudden Cape Town City has regained their form. So I think that's what it's trying to do. But what I will also say, Uguti, if these two moves are true, and I will talk about the other moves, I almost forgot. Uguti, if these moves are true, it shows Uguti Chiefs then under Kaizer Jr. They have grown and they've become better in terms of chasing after players and making sure Uguti they get them early and don't get in a situation where they are trying to sign players, panic buying players in June. Now, the other player, obviously, that we've been chasing, that it's reported, although we haven't had solid sources confirming this, is Upulemodi Gwayena. Ukuthi Gwayena, he has signed, he has an agreement with the Chiefs. We know ukuthi yena ke vele okwakhe there is no option to extend from Arrows, but his contract just ends in June. So Gwayena Upulemodi is also another player who is strongly linked with the Chiefs. Ukuthi he has a deal with the Chiefs and Zanjan Manj. And then the other player that we talked about on a live stream a few days ago is Uspesihle Maduna from Amazulu. And I know a lot of you said Uzokwenzani, especially because we have signed Umdu Mtansane. So I don't get Uzobenzani again Uspesihle Maduna. But let's wait and see Ukwenzakalani. But I think it Chiefs, if they are really making moves this early on, it shows the intent and it shows Uguti they are taking us much more seriously. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. I will see you on the next one, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelumo.